Good morning, everybody. We're here at the Royal County of Berkshire Polo Club for the penalty shootout that will decide who will go through to the final of this opening 20-goal tournament in this English high goal season. First up, Park Place, wearing the blue jersey, will be facing Monterosso playing on white. Whoever wins this penalty shootout will be the first finalist. After these teams, Emblor and Taipolo will face for the second spot. So as you might see there, Michael Amour giving the last instructions to the players before hitting. Each team will have 260s and 240s. For Park Place, I can see Juan Britos and Will Harper. And for Monterosso, with the black helmet is David Pelon Sterling. And with the light blue one, it's Cubito Calino. Then after this shootout, as we were saying, Taipolo with Ale Mucio and Rufino Benzadon will face Emblor with Agustín Merlos and Alfredo Bigatti for a spot or for Saturday's final here at the Berkshire Polo Club in Windsor. Remember, everybody, all four teams that made it through this penalty shootout have won 2 matches in the qualification stage. And now they are getting ready to see who will get into the first 22 goal final of this English polo season. We're live on Polo Line TV worldwide. I want to take this opportunity to say hi to all the people who is watching us from around the globe, are waiting to see what happens with this penalty shootout. They're going to start with the 40s, as far as I can see from here. The field getting ready also to host Saturday's final. Pelon Sterling placing the ball now to take the first shoot of this penalty shootout. So here comes Pelon Sterling for Monterosso with the first penalty of the day from 40 yards. And Pelon Sterling hitting at goal and scoring. And now it's 1-0 to Monterosso. And now to be placing the ball will be Will Harper with the chance of tying this series. These two teams came from League 2. This is why they are facing against each other. While from League 1, Taipolo and Emblor are the ones who qualify for this penalty shootout. So here is Will Harper with jersey number 2. And Will Harper from 40 yards, and the ball goes wide to the right. So this gives the first difference of the shootout to Monterosso. Now it's the turn of Ignacio Tocalino, Cubito Calino, linked with this Monterosso organization here in the high goal in England since at least 2017. Winners of this competition in 2018. And now with the chance of getting into a new final of the Prince of Wales Trophy. And Cubito Calino from 40 yards, and the ball goes also wide to the right. And now will be the time for Juan Britos. The last penalty from 40 yards and the chance of tying the series. Juan Britos playing the high goal with Park Place since 2018 and also linked to this powerful organization here in England since a couple of years before. He also played the medium goal, the 15, the 18, alongside Andre Borodin. Here comes Juan Britos. Britos hitting at goal, and the ball goes wide to the left. Still 1-0 to Monterosso. Now we're going to the 60s. Penalty from 60 yards, sorry. It's 1-0 to Monterosso after the 40s. Now the time for the 60s. And David Stirling hitting that goal from 60 yards, and the flagman says the ball went in, and now it's 2-0 to Monterosso, all in for Pelon Sterling, scoring both penalties he had. As you can see also on screen, Michael Amour, Polo manager here at the Berkshire, taking note of every single penalty. Another chance from 60 yards. The first penalty on that distance for Park Place. It would be Will Harper in charge. And Will Harper hitting a goal from 60 yards. The ball goes wide to the right. So I guess this must be it, since it's 2-0 to Monterosso. Still, Cubi Tocalino will take it from here. They're going to complete the shooters, I think. Cubi Tocalino placing it on the 60-yard line. (2-0) to Monterosso after the 2 goals scored by David Stirling. And now from 60 yards comes the chance for Cubi Tocalino, hitting from 60 yards. The ball goes wide to the right. Now it's the moment for Juan Obritos from 60 yards, and this first penalty shootout will be over. Let's see. I can also see on the field Alfredo Bigatti with a brand new jersey for Emlor, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not used to see Emlor wearing those colors. At least the team that is being playing the Prince of Wales, they usually have 2 teams playing on the 15 and on the 18, Emlor and Emlor Black. Here comes Juan Obritos from 60 yards, and Juan Obritos hitting from 60 yards. The ball went wide to the right, and thus Monterosso became the first finalist of the Justerini and Brooks Prince of Wales Trophy after defeating Park Place 2-0 on penalties. And now in a few moments, Tai Polo and Emlor will fight for the second spot. We'll be back shortly with this penalty shootout between Tai Polo and Emlor. So stay there. I can see Rufino Benzadon and Alemucio that will be taking the penalties for Tai Polo. And Bigatti and also Tincho Merlos, I've been told, that will be the 2 players in charge of the penalties. Some words there. Here comes Tincho Merlos also. And we're here for the second shootout. Tai Polo against Emlor. Rufino Benzadon practicing, and everything is getting set for the second semi-final, for saying it somehow, of this Royal County of Berkshire Polo Club penalty shootout to decide the finalists of the Justerini and Brooks Prince of Wales Trophy. Tincho Merlos, Alfredo Bigatti will be taking the shots for Emlor. Rufino Benzadon and Alemucio will be in charge of the penalties for Tai Polo. Remember, everybody already, Monterosso is through the final of the Prince of Wales Trophy. Now they are awaiting for the rivals. I want to take this opportunity again to say hi to all the people who's joining us from around the world to follow this penalty shootout, the final on Saturday. Stay tuned with our social media for all updates regarding not only, of course, the Prince of Wales Trophy, but also all the European polo season here in England, in France, Italy, Germany. We're live also today at Piazza di Siena in Rome. And now we are awaiting for the second finalist. So Tai Polo on white, Emblor on black. There we see the players placing the ball now. I think we're gonna get through with this shootout. Michael Emo there with the last instructions. Here comes Bigatti practicing at goal before the start of the second penalty shootout, where Tai Polo and Emblor are looking for the second finalist of the Prince of Wales Trophy. Tai Polo reached this stage after defeating King Power and Shoke Mole. Emblor defeated yesterday Vikings, and also they defeated King Power on Thursday. So they're both teams on top of League One, and this is why they're playing one against each other to decide who will join Monterosso in the final, which will be played next Saturday. There we see Michael Amour, polo manager here at the Backshire Polo Club. With the instructions, we remember everybody, each team will take 240s and 260s. Not only each team, but each player will take a 40 and a 60. It's not that a player, as far as I know, can take 240s and the other one 260s. So Rufino Benzadon and Ale Musso will take each one a 40 and a 60. And so it will happen with Alfredo Bigatti and Tincho Merlos. Emblor, winners of the Warwickshire Cup in 2019, with pretty much the same team as they are using now, with Spencer McCarthy, Bigatti, Alfredo Bigatti, Agustin Merlos, and I think that year the other player was Michel de Carri, but not sure yet. And now there we see Rufino Benzadon wearing jersey number 4 will be in charge of kicking off this series between Tai Polo and Emblor. Rufino Benzadon, 19 years from Argentina, son of Francisco Benzadon, part of the Hayes family. And Rufino from 40 yards, and Rufino scores. He's 1-0 to Tai Polo. 1-0 for the team that is wearing a white jersey today. Now to follow Rufino will be Alfredo Bigatti, looking to tie the series in 1. This guy from Chascomús, a city that is located 150 kilometers away from Buenos Aires. Bigatti hitting at goal, and it goes wide to the left. So 1-0 to Tai Polo. I can imagine Andrew Hine with Louis and Ned following this penalty shootout very closely. And so Spencer McCarthy, Nacho Gonzalez, and Max Charlton, part of the Emblor Polo team. And now Ale Mucio to widen the difference. And Ale Mucio hitting a goal from 40 yards, scoring Ale Mucio, and now it's 2-0 to Tai Polo. Now is the time for Agustin Merlos, who's been on fire. 15 goals during the quali stage here of the Justerini and Brooks Prince of Wales Trophy. And now looking to cut the gap. It's 2-0 for Tai Polo. Tincho Merlos, former 10-goaler, the record man on a goal score on a Argentine Open game. And Tincho Merlos from 40 yards scoring, and now it's 2-1 to Tai Polo. Agustin Merlos cutting the gap. And now we're going to the 60s to a penalty 4. So now, if they repeat the order, Rufino Benzadón, Alfredo Bigatti, Alejandro Mucio, and Agustin Merlos will take the penalties. Rufino Benzadón, who will be playing the qualification to the Argentine Open for the first ever time this year with Chapalefu. And Rufino from 60 yards, and there goes the ball by Rufino. The flagman say it goes in, and now it's 3-1 to Tai Polo. And now Bigatti with the chance. He must score. If he doesn't, Tai Polo will be through the final. Alfredo Bigatti, playing the Argentine Open since 2017. Here comes Bigatti, hitting at goal from 60 yards. They got the ball by Bigatti, and the ball goes wide to the left. Still, they're gonna hit the remaining penalties, but Tai Polo is through the final of the Justerini and Brooks Prince of Wales Trophy. It's 3-1 so far. Now the time for Ale Mucio. What a player, Ale Mucio. And Ale Mucio from 60 yards and flawless. Penalty shootout for Tai Polo. It's 4-1, and now the time for Agustin Merlos to close the series. No, there will be no time for that. So Tai Polo is 4-1 over Emblor, and thus Tai Polo and Monterosso will be playing for the title next Saturday here at the Royal County of Berkshire Polo Club, looking for the title of the Justerini and Brooks Prince of Wales Trophy. Stay tuned on Polo Line's social media regarding updates on the tournament. Thank you very much for having joined us today, live from the Royal County of Berkshire Polo Club, with this penalty shootout, which led to Monterosso and Tai Polo being the ones who secured the spots